Gate 14 podcast presented by FanDuel Canada, and the series from hell just concluded. The Toronto Blue Jays won the last game. The vibes are low. The vibes are low right now.
Man. It was like the two worst narrative baseball games of the last decade, it felt like, too. The shit we've seen from John Schneider, like John Schneider needs to be fired, is breaking.
Let's go into that right off the
It's just breaking my brain. I don't get it.
So I know a lot of our listeners in the comment section right now are probably going to say, fire John Schneider, fire John Schneider. I think me and you align in terms of this. What the hell is John Schneider going to do? Like, is he going to not overwork the bullpen? Is he going to hit with runners in scoring position? Is he going to produce, like, hit home runs? Like, I think John Schneider, for me, is in the bottom of the totem pole of people to complain about.
Yeah. We said that last time, too. It's like, okay, the only thing I'm fine with people chirping, and I don't even think it's like a real baseball thing, it's the holding people accountable. It's like, I don't think that's a real baseball issue. It just depends. Some people like to get in some players' asses, and some people don't, right? Like we see Ron Washington taking Luis Rengifo out of the game after a massive fuck-up. John Schneider probably doesn't do that to Andres Jimenez, right?
No.
I think that's the only thing that people can have a gripe with, and I don't even know if that helps or hurts a team.
But this is my thing. The people are like, he's overworking the bullpen. No, he is not overworking the bullpen. The offense that can't pull away when they have the lead is overworking the bullpen. And we saw it on Tuesday, and we saw it on Wednesday. You were forced to throw Yimi Garcia and Jeff Hoffman again when those guys' arms are dead, and it's May the 8th.
Yes.
Like,
he wouldn't have to make bullpen decisions if his starters went deeper into the games, right? And if they weren't throwing, if their bullpen was super deep, he'd be able to get away with everything. But he's not able to do that sometimes. You had three guys taking the brunt of all the important innings, and Brennan Little, Jimmy Garcia, and Jeff Hoffman.
And those are the guys that have looked probably the worst the past week, right? I mean, like, the Jeff Hoffman thing sucks because he has been so dominant, and he was dominant and pitching a lot. Like, we talked about this in the podcast. We're like, man, Jeff Hoffman and Yimi Garcia are throwing a shit ton.
Yes.
And their ERAs were low. And we tweeted the graphic we Instagrammed the graphic of their stats. Has like 3,000 likes, and all the comments now are like, this aged well. Why are you taking it out on us? Take it out on the fucking team. But, man, the Tuesday game broke me, but it was an understandable, like, all right, fine, whatever. Let's win Wednesday and let's win a series. Yesterday's game with a chance to split the series and potentially win it today, and then blowing it in the ninth, that was a kick in the dick. Like, that one broke me to it. Probably the biggest back-breaking loss of the season for me.
They were all staying up late as East Coasters, compared to us being in Seattle right now, obviously. Seeing your team lose in humiliating fashion at 1 a.m.
Humiliating is an understatement.
That's like, why are we doing this? That's the worst part. Those guys just been walking people. Like, that was the problem with.
Well, Jeff Hoffman's not known to walk guys.
No.
Like, he is not. His walk rate is so low. It was so low last year, and he kind of came back down to earth. And I'm not going to blame Jeff Hoffman. I'm not going to blame Yimi Garcia. I'm not going to blame Brendan Little. I'm going to blame the offense. And the offense has been, aside from today, which is the first three-run win they had since April 12th, which, holy shit. You have to blame the offense. There's no blaming John Schneider. There's no blaming Don Mattingly, which, again, the Don Mattingly stuff, I'm not even going to get into that. It's the blaming of the offense. And if you want to blame Ross Atkins for the roster construction, sure, he's not looking so hot right now with some of the moves he's made, and refusing to sign guys because they were under the assumption that guys were going to take leaps, like Alan Roden of the world, like Addison Barger of the world, and that's just what's happened. And I'm not going to go Mike Wilner mode and say it's early, but if you look around this division, the Toronto Blue Jays right now are third in the American League East. Third. They've passed the Orioles. They've passed the Rays. Things could be significantly worse. Could you imagine being a Baltimore Orioles fan right now? 13-23.
Thinking you have a first-place team and being almost
that's
10
worse.
almost 10 games under 500 is fucked. That sucks.
I can genuinely say, like, I know we have it bad, and I've tweeted it. We can't celebrate how bad the Baltimore Orioles are because we're kind of bad right now. But you are wasting a prime of Gunnar Henderson. I mean, their offense has also been bad, but the Baltimore Orioles, who were the favorite to win the division, I believe, or them or the Yankees were.
I think the Yankees were, but it was close. Yeah.
It's just absolutely pathetic. And again, can they turn this around and win a series this weekend, and then all is fine in the Toronto Blue Jays world? 2 games below 500, going back home, sure. But I just think what we got to watch the last week, it broke me. It absolutely broke me. But
I almost felt like they had something on Hoffman. The swings they were getting off on him. What was it? 2 home runs on Wednesday, 1 home run or Tuesday. I forget. What day of the week it is. But some of the swings were like, they were so on his stuff. I couldn't believe it.
It makes it so much worse that it was the Angels, like the laughing stock of baseball.
Do you ever want to watch a team managed by Ron Washington?
No, I really don't. He manages like it's in the 1930s. Like
the manager going out to the mound and not making the pitching change, and he just takes his time. I'm like, come on, Ron. We got places to be. It's past midnight. Come on, man. I couldn't believe that. I was like, oh, they're taking out the pitcher. You're like, no, he just does this. And like, what do you mean he just does this? And I will say, like, if I was a pitcher and the manager's coming out just to talk to me, not the pitching coach, I'd be like, get the fuck off the mound. Like, what the fuck are you gonna say to me? Unless he has some actual insights, then I don't. Yeah. Like half the things of going out for a mound visit when you're coaching it's like a mental thing. You want to see where the guy's at. If he's done, you're just like, okay, let's get this guy out of here. But
yeah.
How many times is Ron doing that and keeping them in?
I can't believe they lost 2 or 3. That was their first back-to-back wins for the LA Angels, I believe, in like 3 weeks.
And that's the funny thing. Like the anti-home run crap. I'm only saying that because we don't hit any home runs anymore.
Yeah.
The Angels are like top 3 in the American League in hitting home runs, and they suck. They fucking suck.
Oh, they're bad. They're a bad baseball team.
Yes.
I mean, Reed Detmers this year has thrown 1 out, has 11 earned runs. The fall off of that guy.
What was that stat?
Reed Detmers. He's thrown 1 out this year. Yeah. And he's given up 11 runs.
Really?
Yeah.
That's real?
Yeah, it's a real stat.
Holy shit.
I actually can't believe that was a real stat because I saw Fuzzy tweet it and I thought he was joking about the that he got pulled because he didn't get recording out yesterday. And then it was real. 1 out.
What they've done with Reed Detmers is...
It's unethical.
Yeah.
It's unethical.
How do you go from a guy who's such
threw a no-hitter 2 years ago?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. And the way they have... Like, Ryan Johnson's pitching. He was their second-round pick from Dallas Baptist last year.
Didn't throw a pitch in the minors.
No, and then they had, like, Ben Joyce doing the same thing, too. Sean Wells playing. He barely played in the minors. He was the first guy from that draft class, too.
Yeah.
And then they're still going to suck. Like, the Christian Moore is the only one who can save them. And luckily they didn't... I don't know if it's luckily, but they didn't take him out of camp. They let him stay in the minors for a little bit. But I'm glad we're not the Angels, and I don't know. If we go back on the Orioles, do you think it's a fun crutch or the most frustrating crutch in baseball when your owner doesn't spend money?
I think it's a fun crutch. I think because you can kind of just say, well, he didn't spend. I mean, because, for example, I'm sure there's Twitter GMs in the Baltimore Orioles world like there was in the Blue Jays world that said, sign pitching. We need pitching. We need pitching. We need pitching. Barstool RDT, who's one of the dumbest fucking morons on the planet, tweeted that I think it's a good rotation that could take us to the playoffs. Well, that aged like wine.
Yeah.
That's right. That didn't age like wine. That aged like milk. It's just a bad rotation, and the Toronto Blue Jays have split with them, so we can't really talk shit. They have 13 wins, and like 3 of them are against the Blue Jays, 4 of them are against the Blue Jays, or it's 3 because the Jays have played 6 against them.
It was funny because the Orioles were playing the worst baseball in history, and they were only 3 games worse than the Jays. I couldn't believe what was going on. Rockies fan, Pirates fan, or Jays fan? Is that what you're saying? I know they're so like even Seattle's owner. People are so mad at him. Like you have if you can do everything well in every aspect of the game except your owner doesn't spend, I think it would drive me.
I think we're in a
insane.
bad spot though because we're spending and we're not good.
Would you rather spend and at least try?
But then like you don't get Santander guys who can try and save you.
You know, that's what I'm saying. I think if you could give one positive about being a Blue Jays fan is at least our front office spends money.
Correct.
Do
Absolutely.
they spend money in a correct manner or have they been successful
Well, I think
doing it.
I think when they spend money, it's done.
It's
well.
on decent guys. I mean, if you look at it, Kevin Gossman's a great contract. Bassett's been great. Barrios has been unbelievable. Anthony Santander has been fine. He has 5 home runs in a month. I mean, I think Ross Atkins should split up the GM roles. Ross Atkins should be in charge of signing pitching, and they should bring someone in as a co-manager and sign hitters.
Okay, and then who? Then maybe a trio, someone to get
Oversee it.
No, someone to deal with the minor league system.
Yeah, I mean the minor league system's fucking. I mean, not great.
Dude,
but
I tweeted out. I was like, "Hey, Dunedin Blue Jays podcast. That might be the most fun team in minor league baseball. Like the best pitching staff.
greatest pitching staff of all time. Shout out. They tweeted at you. Actually, they responded to that tweet.
That's how mad I was after yesterday's game. I woke up and I was like, "No way, we actually." Because I like to go to the score. It's bad. I'm on my phone as soon as I know you're definitely the same way.
Yeah.
On my phone before I get out of bed. That's what I need to get better at in my life. And I was just like, because when you're on the score, if you favorite the team, obviously they're at the top. I was like, wow, the Jays really lost that baseball game yesterday.
When you look at the box score, it makes it way worse, Dave, because you look at like the crooked numbers the teams put up in the 8th and 9th. You're like, I can't believe this actually happened. And going into the minor league thing, I want to give my flowers to Addison Barger. He does look more comfortable at the plate. He's shitting on baseballs, hitting balls hard. Him and Lucas have been fine. I think Nathan Lucas was okay today. Actually, no, he was one of the only runners to get on today. Actually,
he got a hit at some point.
He did.
I thought so. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, Nathan Lucas has been fine. Addison Barger's been fine. The Allen Rodin being sent down, we haven't talked about that yet because it's just recently happened. He needed to be sent down. He was going away from his approach, not playing a lot.
But again, what does when Addison Barger goes down and Allen Rodin goes down? What does killing AAA pitching truly do for their outcomes?
What we've learned, honestly, man, is it doesn't really matter how good you do in AAA. Like that it's thrown out the window. Yeah. I'm done looking at AAA stats, good or bad. I mean, I talked about Orelvis, who's looked bad, but he's looked fine the past couple of weeks. Actually, he's starting to figure it out. But at the end of the day, AAA means nothing. It means literally nothing. Alan Rosen will probably go down there and just absolutely fucking rake, and we're going to talk ourselves into him again. He's going to get called up, and big league pitching is going to probably exploit.
Yeah, because think about it. Hey, Alan Roden goes down for a month, crushes some nobodies.
Some fringe guys. Some guys
exactly,
who shouldn't even be in the show.
Some fringe guys. You're definitely right about that. And then he comes up, and the first appearance he gets is a guy throwing sweepers down into him, and first 7 at bats.
It's the hydrogen bomb against the coughing baby. That's what that is.
But it's just like that's where you need to show yourself. Yeah, it's the big leagues.
And the thing about Addison Barger is, and again, I said I wasn't going to let the Twitter trolls, the GMs get to me. The numbers are there. Like the swing speed, the contact rate is there. He's hitting balls hard. His expected batting average is high because he obviously hits the ball hard. But Addison Barger has looked fine. He looked great tonight. He shit on a ball the other day, which should have been gone, but he hit it was a single right to the right fielder. But Addison Barger's been great. And that's what's going to happen if you want to beat a Seattle Mariners team who is absolutely insane. 9 straight series wins. I believe this is their best start since the 110-win season they had.
What was that, 2003
3 or 4?
2001.
Or 01.
Yeah, thank you.
01, they won.
It's good to have all to the stats guy back here too. But we're in Seattle. I'm excited. The flight in, you see the mountains. It's green. The West Coast, the whole time change.
I tweeted. I said I think East. In terms of
do your rankings of best.
I said it goes Mountain, Central, Pacific, Atlantic, Eastern. I think what I said.
Eastern's your last.
Eastern is my last time. And
how is Atlantic not worse than Eastern?
Actually, sorry. I didn't do Atlantic. I just did Eastern 4th.
Okay,
I just did.
You forgot about our people out east.
Eastern 4th. I've never been in Atlantic time zone. That's why I didn't rank it.
Is it actually called Atlantic time? What is it called?
I don't remember what it's called. Newfoundland time. I think it's called.
Well, I think one of them is like 30 minutes further away from Atlantic time.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't know what it's called, but I don't know. I don't know what it's called, but I did say, and I will back this take up. I will back this take up. I do think Eastern time zone as a sports fan is the worst to enjoy. I do think Central's pretty fun, and Mountain,
Mountain's the best.
what we had at McCook was fun.
Okay,
Because
I was Central.
you
when I
had
was at
football starting at 11 a.m. on Sundays.
Yeah.
You had
10 a.m. on
10 a.m. for
Saturday.
yeah, 10 a.m. on Saturdays. I think that's the best time zone. I think Eastern is the worst in terms of like, for example, the Oilers still playing right now, and it's like literally almost 1 o'clock back home.
Yeah.
It's 1 or whatever. It's 1:01 now, or whatever it is. But I do think, and Seattle's beautiful, man. Seattle's beautiful. You'll see this in the vlog. I went to go eat at Subway because I was hangry earlier today. I walked down the
Doesn't
hill.
sound
It's
like
very hilly, by the way, Seattle. If you come to Seattle, just know it's hilly as fuck. I go walk down, and I am like legitimately in the ghetto. Like I was genuinely scared, like because I was by myself. And
You did that to yourself.
I did that to myself. And like there's like a soup kitchen. Like there's people just walking around like with the what's that thing called where they have like they're bent over.
Hunch?
Fentanyl. They have like the fentanyl hunch. And I walk back to go meet you guys at the brewery up here, and a guy hides behind a green box and just rips a crack pipe in front of me. I'm like, holy shit. But I'm assuming it's like that a lot.
Yeah, it's beautiful though.
Yeah, it is. The view is beautiful, and you'll see in the vlog. The view we have is unreal. But I'm looking forward to seeing Seattle. One thing that it's so much different than Toronto is, it's so hilly, dude. Like, it is so fucking hilly. Like, I was tired as fuck walking back to you guys.
Because you were walking downhill the whole time.
Yeah,
We went
I was.
the other way.
I was walking downhill.
That sucked. But no, good dinner so far. I like the vibes of Seattle. It's just nice to see green.
Yeah. And it's I do like Seattle. I'm a Seattle fan. I'm excited to see Safeco. I don't know what it's called now. T-Mobile now.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see the lunatic Mariners fans, but I'm assuming there's not going to be many. I think
I don't know. They're playing really good baseball.
Yeah. The thing is, like, we've had tons of tweets to us about like, oh, there's going to be not many Jays fans there because of the political stuff, whatever. I still think there's going to be a lot of Jays fans. I think that's a little bit overblown. I could be wrong.
I mean, if it's the only game you get to as a Jays fan from BC, I don't know how much you're going to. I hope there's still Jays fans.
I hope there is too, because I'm looking to meet some Gate 14 listeners. I've gotten a pretty decent amount of DMs at Gate 14 listeners, but we'll see what happens. But going back into the series, a guy that has been getting a lot of hate, and I will be the first to say I know they want me to call him out. That Ernie Clement play on Wednesday broke me, man. It was a great play by Alejandro Kirk. Bunt, get the lead runner. Ernie Clement, he had him by like 10, 15 feet. Ernie Clement drops kind of like a candy throw to him, right in his breadbasket, drops it. Runner scores, and Toronto Blue Jays lost that game. Defensively, Ernie Clement has been awesome. Offensively, he's been great. 3 hits again today. I will say
he's getting better.
He's getting better at the plate. He's getting
the Ernie infield pop up is the only thing where I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, there's tons of it, and he does swing. He's a free swinger, and I saw Ernie Clement Enjoyer actually change his name to MJ because how
sad.
Is Ernie, sad we don't have riders anymore. But he swings at a lot. Like in today, when we were on the plane, he swung at a pitch that was in the other batter's box. It wasn't even in the same vicinity as a strike zone. But that's what you're going to get with Ernie.
You know it, yeah.
But he has been hitting the ball hard, though. Like, I was watching we were watching the Angels broadcast today, and even the Angels broadcaster was like, Ernie Clement's been hitting the ball hard today. And he has. Three hits today. I think him and Varsho had 3 hits today, and Vladdy. But yeah, just a tough week for Ernie Clement in terms of fielding.
The Ernie play, too, I thought was really interesting because it is a bunt play. Zach Neto's on second base. Shotnewell was bunting, probably. Like, that's how it would go. So it was a play where Ernie's in. That's a play where they're not thinking third base usually, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's a play where you're trying to take the guy. There was no, like, wheel play on to try and get the shortstop over to third base. It was like, Ernie's coming in to make that play to go to first, right? And then you're backing up on a play that kind of handcuffs him. It was very awkward. And the way it looked very easy, which I think was the hardest part.
He did get handcuffed by it, but you got, I mean,
you have to. He's a Gold Glove. He's good enough to make that
he's got
play.
to catch that.
And I think he would tell you every single time that you have to make that.
It was a bad.
That shit sucked for sure.
It was tough to watch, and
then for it to immediately spiral into an inning that took 40 minutes on defense, I bet there was no one who wanted to be off a baseball field more than Ernie.
I think the part that sucked the most was the run of shame he did to the ball. You know, like when after he
yes.
drops it.
Yeah.
That play sucked.
How funny when you were playing first base when you would miss a pick.
It's like
and
it's
you're
like
just running, just ass out.
It's like the run of shame. It sucks because you like pretend you're hustling for it, but in your mind you're like, I just fucked this up. The worst one was the walk off yesterday. The play that Clase and left.
Yeah,
lets it ring around the wall. And then that was just it. That was when you knew the third run was going to score. Could they have got him? Maybe.
That part never even made me mad because I knew they were cooked. Like, if they were second, they were going to.
Yeah, they were going to score anyways. But it sucks because I will say this: positive vibes, Johnny, from today. They could have easily turtled today.
After the Bo error that he made to make it 3-0.
Yeah,
I was like,
bad error.
We are done. We are cooked. Like, why? I tweeted out. I was like, hey, should we go home because what we're about to see in Seattle is going to be the biggest.
They could have turtled, David. I mean, we're talking about it. We're on the plane still. Bases loaded. Vladdy single. Bo single. Santander single. Punch out. Punch out. Punch out. And then you thought. Then they put up a 2-spot. The Angels in the bottom of the first. And you think like, oh my God, we're going to get swept by the LA Angels. They put up a 4-spot, and the Toronto Blue Jays battled. They battled, and that's something that they could have easily turtled. And I'm not giving this team flowers for taking 1 of 3 from the fucking LA poverty-ass Angels, but it's a good building block, and we're going to see what happens tomorrow, man. I mean,
let's look at this from a full view. If you somehow take 2 of 3 from the Mariners, good road trip.
Yeah.
Right?
500 against the Angels.
Because you would think 2 of 3 from the Angels and 1 from the Mariners is a good trip.
Yeah.
But you got 1 from the Angels. If you find a way to take 2 from the Mariners, we can start talking that it's not
they're
so
in a
bad.
new era, the Pope whatever era. I don't remember his name. Pope Leo XVI or whatever the fuck his name is. Listen, if they take 2 of 3 from Seattle this weekend, all the shit that we dealt with Tuesday, Wednesday, I am completely not content with it. But I can stomach it a little bit better. Okay. And it's all going to matter with this weekend.
Yes, this is a big weekend because the pitching matchups aren't fantastic.
Who are they? It's Luis Castillo versus Gossman tomorrow.
Friday, great pitching matchup. Bowden Francis for Logan Evans. That's an overfest of the century.
Oh, yeah, that might be 100 runs that game.
And then Jose Urania and Bryce Miller on Sunday.
Oh, my God.
So
they're going to win the Bryce Miller hit somehow.
You think so?
Yeah, somehow.
I'm excited to be at another stadium.
Yeah,
though.
I've never been to Seattle.
Checking them off to be able to do this is cool. Like, hey, and we get to watch the Blue Jays every time we go. I think it's going to be
one
cool.
thing that pisses me off with people in my mentions as well is
everything
is the Vladdy hate, dude.
Did you actually get it?
Yeah, it's like, where's the 500 million? The dude is on a 12-game hitting streak. He had 3 hits tonight. And I get it. You want more home runs.
Jorge Polanco, like, top 10
Sure. But, again, it's like, do we have – it's like the Jays fan. It's like the listeners, our listeners, and some of the listeners, period. It's like they get CT. Do you not remember last year Vladdy had 5 home runs going into, like, the second week of May and hit 30 last year? It's like we just forget that shit. And, again, last year he wasn't doing what he's doing now. Vladdy's hitting close to 300 right now. Last year he was at, like, 260. At this point, like, at least his bat-to-ball skills are better. He's hitting balls hard. The home runs will come. I'm not worried about Vladdy.
I think his bad stretches as he matures have gotten better.
Yes, and the
the bad stretches we saw that ass out double down the line yesterday,
and it was hit 107.
Yeah, but that's a play that old Vladdy still just smashes into the ground. Second baseman Canaccord just toss him out. He's not even halfway down the line. I think his floor of what he is getting higher.
Because I tweeted today, I'm like, are people really complaining about Vladdy? And I was getting some hate for that tweet. It's like, what do you mean are we complaining about Vladdy? Look at his home runs. Like, brother, man. Like, he is on a 12-game. Like, if he was hitting 220 with, like, 2 home runs and he wasn't actually getting on base and hitting balls hard, I'd be like, all right, complain about Vladdy. But Vladdy is the literal bottom of the concern right now with this offense. Literally the bottom of it.
You know who I would like to give flowers to? He's had 3 big hits in the last 3 games. They didn't turn out to be game-winning hits, but Anthony Santander has had a big hit in the last 3 games. He had home run Tuesday.
To take the lead.
The single to score Vladdy. That was a huge at-bat yesterday. and then he had another single to left today. He's figured out his right-handed swing as well. He faced a lot of left-handers this week, and he was 3 for 33 to start the year. But again, like 33 isn't that many at-bats totally. Maybe, I don't know the stretch of when he was facing lefties and when he wasn't, but his right-handed swing looked definitely a lot better. And
my thing is just like the top 3 is going to get going. I think one guy who has not gotten going so far this year, some stats will tell you otherwise, he's had a good stretch, is the Bo Bichette. Not really, and someone tweeted this at me today actually, and I will give the listeners a little bit of a look behind the curtain on Bo Bichette, because he ex-WOBA 76th percentile, expected batting average 95th percentile, expected slug 78th percentile, launch angle sweet spots percentage 93 percentile, squared up 82% of it, 82nd percentile. He's
probably underperforming all his stats.
He is underperforming all his stats. That's my point I'm trying to make. Like, I know the numbers aren't there. The numbers aren't sexy right now. I do think we are due for a Bo Bichette September 2022 run where he just puts the entire team on his back.
Sure.
And that's going to happen. But I'd love to have this discussion with you. I would love Bo Bichette to move to the 2 or 3 spot.
Dude, I'm kind of okay with like Varsho leading off.
I would rather Springer right now because he's more comfortable doing it.
Sure.
I think
I would love to move everyone down a spot
and move Springer up 1 to the 1st.
Doesn't matter who. I want Bo hitting 2, Vladdy hitting 3.
Because Bo's hitting. Someone tweeted the stat. Bo with runner scoring position up until 2 days ago, I believe it was. He was hitting 370.
Hell yeah.
Leading the team. So having a leadoff hitter hitting 370, I'd rather him be up in the spot early in the game compared to a guy like, I don't know, Kirk's been fine. Springer's been fine. But I think Springer back in the leadoff spot, sometimes you got to go back to move forward. And I think Springer in the leadoff spot would rock. And it'd make True our GM happy.
How many is he away from Ricky?
Oh, he's so many away. He's on the chase for...
Ricky was, 83?
So Springsy Lad is on the chase. I believe it was. Springsy Lad is on the chase for 61, which is what True our GM is. He's at 60 leadoff bombs.
Okay. And Ricky's... Do you know what Ricky's at?
Oh, my God.
No, he's like 84, I thought.
84, I think. We did this trivia.
Yeah,
for
83 or 84. I looked it up. Dude, imagine he hit like 10 leadoff bombs in a year. That would be... What was the most you think he's hit in a year, leadoff bombs? Like maybe 8?
8 maybe?
10?
I think
maybe
the thing
10.
is, though, Springer in the leadoff, I think, makes the lineup look significantly better. Springer, Bo, Vladdy Santander... Varsho Kirk, like that's a pretty good
I just think whenever
five.
we get to the bottom, it's a little shitty. Man.
Yeah, but you have guys. I mean, Miles Straw has looked fine.
Those guys just aren't like you can win with them, but at the end of the year, you're not gonna look up at their stats and be like, oh, those guys are awesome, right?
I think even Barger in the 6 hole would be fine.
He took some good at bats. I think his strike zone awareness has gotten a lot better. Because there were some times at the end of last year, where he would take a pitch that's 3 balls inside, could be a fake strike zone because I have a problem with the strike zone in LA. I think it's off because they were calling the arm side pitch to the catcher strikes way more often, and they were always like a ball off. I think that zone was wrong, and that does make me mad. But Aston Barger would take a pitch that was 2 balls in, he would look back at the umpire and be like, oh, you're calling that a strike? And it was almost right down the middle. I think his plate discipline's got a little bit better. I was also kind of impressed with what Yariel did today. Kind of figuring it out a little bit.
Yariel looked awesome today. And the thing is, Yariel gets tons of hate because he's
making some money.
He's a circus act. You don't know what you're going to get from him, obviously, on the bump. But I think Yariel Rodriguez, when he is on, holy shit, dude. He is a scary, scary guy to face on the mound. His stuff is nasty when it's on. And when he's locating the 97, 98 mile an hour fastball.
I almost think it's a good thing that he's a little wild, too. Because no one's in there that comfortable. It's the opposite of Bassett. Like, you're not gonna get 97 at your head with Bassett.
No.
You're gonna get 95 on the outside corner painted. all the time.
And when you do get hit by Bassett, it's like 88.
And when he like flips in the curveball, that one really sucks. I think there's a little something different to it when Yariel's on
I'm with you there. Yariel's fun, man. I think Yariel's a fun option. He's getting paid a lot.
Are we gonna go on a run?
I hope today.
If we have to wait till August to go on a run, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Yeah, I would like a little 6-7 game heater at some point in the next month or so.
And again, it's just the upcoming series.
Tigers are good.
Aren't easy at all. We get the Padres in there too. We get the Rays next though.
The Rays are next?
After the Mariners, yes.
Oh, it's Rays, Tigers, Padres. Yeah, I mean, listen, the Tigers are a problem, man. Really good bullpen, really good pitching. Zach McKinstry is nasty.
That's who you want to talk about.
Well, no, he's raking. Look at his stats. Yeah, he's ranked the number one utility guy in baseball right now. Javi Baez. Riley Green's even good. I think the Tigers are a team that I used to look at the schedule and be like, all right, the Jays got to win this series. Now it's like, holy fuck.
Here's where we're at. I'll do the next couple series. At the Mariners, at home against the Rays, home against the Tigers, home against the Padres, at the Rays, at the Rangers, versus the Athletics, against the Phillies, at the Twins, at the Cardinals, at the Phillies. That's like the next month.
Oakland's good. I mean, there's no easy team on that schedule besides the Rays, probably.
Rays are playing kind of bad. That's pretty good. Like the Rangers, you hope you don't get the Rangers when they figured it out, because I think everyone in the world thinks the Rangers.
Yeah, they sent Jake Berger down though.
That's so
it's crazy.
Evan Carter they called up. He was OPSing 630.
Yeah,
in AAA.
It just again AAA stats don't matter. I mean, he wasn't good, albeit, but no. Yeah. Speaking about AAA guys, great job so far, Kobe Mayo. Kobe Mayo blocked me on Twitter, and now he's 1 for 13 to start his MLB campaign. And Orioles fans hate his guts.
Really?
Yeah, I was reading the tweets today. I was reading the hate tweets.
It is really funny when you go on someone another fan's.
Yeah, every fan wants their manager fired no matter what.
They hate their bullpen. And they hate their manager, and they hate the owner for the most part.
So I got a question. If there's a close game tomorrow and the Jays are up, do you throw Yimmy and Hoffman again back to back?
This team stands no chance if they can't figure it out.
I'm speaking in terms of rest, though. They threw, that's twice in 3 days for Hoffman.
Yeah. Would be 2.
Actually, that'd be 3 times in 4 days.
No.
Because he threw, yes. Remember? He threw
3 times in 4 days.
Three times in 4 days.
Because he threw 9 pitches on Tuesday, however many pitches yesterday, day off, and then throw again.
I don't know if you throw Hoffman tomorrow. I don't know if he's up.
No, I think Jimmy's probably your 9th inning guy tomorrow.
Yeah. And you looked at it today. Chad Green's actually not been that bad.
Yeah, Chad Green's, besides giving up the furthest home run you've ever seen in your life.
Oh, my God. He does it every day, though.
Yeah, most of his outings. Because we were watching the Angels broadcast, and they put up his ERA. It was 3.86.
Yeah, he's not.
It was a 1.12 whip. It's he's actually doing that.
Yeah, he's actually not been bad. I think that if you look at majority of the bullpen stats, you'd say these guys have actually been really good.
Yeah, we haven't seen that Braden Fisher kid either.
Yeah, he'll probably go tomorrow, I'm assuming. Probably after Gossman.
I think so too. It is interesting because they were trying to save the bullpen yesterday. They left Barrios in for that home run too.
Yeah,
and then took him out immediately. But if you were that ready to take him out, why would you even go with him? I would have kept him in after try and find. I don't know. It's just I don't think the bullpen decisions have been the wrong decisions. It's just they haven't pitched well enough at some of those times, and that's okay, man.
Yeah, it's the bullpen. The bullpen's fine. So the totem pole for you, for me at least, is hitters, starters, bullpen. I think in terms of where I am concerned.
Most confident?
Yeah. Least confident. Least confident hitters.
Least confident in the hitters.
Yes. As of right now.
Okay.
In terms of blame, I think it goes hitters.
Oh, sure.
Hitters, starters, bullpen.
For sure. Yeah. I am kind of the whole Bowden thing's been unfortunate.
Yeah, the expected ERA is not great. 7.45.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It hasn't been good, but
hopefully the Mariners
didn't he shoved against them? last time? It was the Friday night start
Yes,
against the
when
Mariners.
we went out with him after. I think the Mariners' batter's eye will help him. I'll call it. It'll help him on Saturday.
You think it's gonna?
Yeah.
I hope to God it helps Jose Urania too. Did you think Jose Urania looked?
We didn't talk about this. Yeah, Jose Urania was fine.
Like when we get
The first inning was holy shit. I tweeted he's been DFA'd, and then not bad to be honest.
yeah, when he
throws 97.
Exactly,
So
like,
97 is 97.
he got 97 in a couple times. So it's like, okay, that's kind of tough to
I
handle.
think he's a very wild guy. I think I compare him in terms of not as nasty stuff, but a wild card like Yariel with 97.
yeah.
Would not like the same stuff though. I think Jose Urania is you're not going to be a successful baseball team having him as your fifth starter, obviously.
No, that's what happened
But
with the Rangers last year too. What are you most looking forward to this weekend?
Seeing the stadium.
Do you think you're gonna get in like a verbal altercation
No, I
at
think
any point?
I don't know. I've been getting Mariners fans tweeting at me a lot the past
Really?
couple of days. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. We'll see if they're all Twitter fingers. Maybe I'll have to walk
Probably.
around with fucking private security this weekend. But yeah, Mariners fans hate me, which is fair. I don't care. But I'm looking forward to just seeing the stadium.
Walk in your trap, take over.
Yeah,
your
I'm
trap.
looking forward to seeing the stadium. And honestly, man, let's go on a run. Let's win a series this weekend, man.
that'd be so
I would to conquer the demons because the Mariners started this downfall, and the Pope dying. But the Mariners started this downfall, and the Jays have fallen off a cliff since that extra inning game.
The
Saturday game.
What if we did that to the Mariners?
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I think we get our lick back this weekend. I want to positive vibes only. I know the vibes are at a legitimate all-time low.
They should be.
And
we're gonna get 1,000, like 500 people listen to this episode because they're gonna be so mad. At the team.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if they want to do hate listen, I mean, I think we've been pretty critical of the team. I think
The teams they fucking played too awful.
it was
baseball.
they were. I tweeted a dog shit team. Like it's and again, it all starts. You can't blame Ross Atkins in my mind. I think that'd be stupid. Or, not Ross Atkins. You can't blame John Schneider. Blame Ross Atkins. Ross Atkins constructed the team. Ross Atkins
He's been here for a long
picked
time.
up the Andres Jimenez contract, and I know True RGMs would hate me saying this, but holy Santa Claus shit. Paying that guy that much money for that many more years, it's going to age like milk. I'm sorry. It really is. And yeah, giving up Horwitz, who probably would have been better option at second base, not defensively, but offensively, at least he's like capable. I looked at Horwitz's stats last year. He was awesome. He was fucking awesome last year.
There's no natural takeover like we thought there was going to be.
Yeah, there was no natural takeover, and we'll always have that first week Agent Zero, but it's not great. It's not great. And Nick Sandlin's not even playing right now. Hopefully he's back soon. But
Nick Sandlin had been good when he was.
He was
pitching.
great. Nick Sandlin was great. I think Nick Sandlin was great. Ryan Burr's slowly coming back. Swanee slowly coming back. I just don't know who you send down. I know you send down that one guy you were talking about, right?
Braden Fisher.
Braden Fisher. Is Paxton Schultz up?
Nope. They sent him down.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do, but having too many pitchers is definitely not a bad problem at the big league level. But let's go to series prediction, Abe. Where are we at?
Dude, I think somehow, some way, by the grace of God, they're battling a lot of negative factors. We're here. They're in Seattle.
Yes.
They're playing awful baseball, besides today. I think somehow they win the series. I think somehow they the Mariners have won 9 straight series.
It would be funny to look as bad as this team has looked in the past week and somehow beat the best team in the AL West in a series.
Yeah. Best team in the AL, are they not?
I think they're tied with the Yankees or one above the Yankees. Or actually, no, the Tigers are the best team.
Okay. Second.
Yeah.
Good
I
team.
think
Are you surprised with that? Like the Tigers are
no.
that good
I mean, great
too?
pitching staff.
It's true.
And Torkelson's looks great.
Yeah. Imagine waiting that many years for your first overall pick to figure it out. Would that drive you?
Tied with the
Guardians are second in the AL.
Yeah.
By the way, some Gate 14 news. Arjun Amala followed us on Insta. Goat.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe we'll get him on. I don't know. He's still young. He's
Do you
innocent.
think you have anything in common with Arjun?
Yeah.
You both like baseball.
You're both really good players.
I think Arjun Amala will get along with us fine. I think it will be cool to kind of see his personality. He seems like a great talker. I've seen some interviews of him and stuff, and yeah, it was cool to kind of be on the airplane and see that Arjun Amala followed us. I did the classic. I followed him last night, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna unfollow him and follow him back, just to be like, let's see if he notices this one." And he did. So the strategy worked. But yeah, I mean, we're live here from Seattle. If you are at the series, hit us up. Love to meet you guys, take pictures with you guys and stuff like that. I say Jays take 2 of 3. Shock the fucking world. I say they win tomorrow, and we're like kind of all the way back in.
A Gosman like signature start.
Yeah,
would be cool.
I think it happens. I mean,
I hope the Mariners wear their City Connects. I think
they might. I mean, it's
think
Friday.
they're one of my favorite.
Yeah, it's
uniforms in
Friday.
all
I
of
love
baseball.
those City Connects. It is Friday, so yeah, they might actually end up.
But
wearing
if
that.
you guys are in Seattle, shoot us a DM on something. We'll try and say hi to as many.
Yeah,
people
I've answered a lot of them to me. But yeah, if you guys are there, let us know. And I think the Jays win tomorrow because right now they're what, 2 games below 500? Three. Get back down to 2. Lose Saturday. Win the Uranus start.
You think they're gonna win the?
That is in Toronto Blue Jays fashion. They'll play the worst brand of baseball and somehow beat one of the best teams in the American League in a fucking series. That's just I'm expecting the impossible with this team. I have no idea anymore. I can't pick series anymore. I have no fucking idea. But thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, leave a comment. And as always, I mean, we have tons of people saying the podcasts are getting shorter and shorter. It's literally 1 a.m. our time right now, okay? We're recording this so late. We just traveled all day, watched the game, and hammered this out for the people. So Sunday's pod will be longer.
We'll be longer. We'll have some other people
And listener questions.
That's for sure. But
Yeah.
we're getting this out. We have a game tomorrow too.
Yeah.
I don't think people
Game
are
day
gonna
tomorrow
be
for the
around.
Gate 14 boys. So
Yeah.
love you guys. Make sure you guys like
Leafs game tomorrow too.
Leafs game.
Big one for us.
Yeah, so if you guys are watching this, love you guys. Gate 14 forever. We'll see you guys Sunday night, and let's go win a series.